There was something odd about today's market. The price went down a little. People went into a panic. It may be centered on Donald Trump. Analysts disagree, however. People might become billionaires if Shiba Inu are on the cusp of something significant. The part that's crazy. Someone has disclosed the date. What's going on? How are they going to make sense? What am I even talking about anyway? Let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. For Shiba Inu, today is a little strange. The burn mechanism upgrade caused a little decline in price, which is unexpected given the recent gain. It seems as if the market had a brief surge of enthusiasm before breaking once again. People are starting to feel nervous now. Others are even irritated. Why is this taking place? Shouldn't the cost increase? Are we overlooking something? This took everyone by surprise for a while and sparked a lot of conjecture. While some believe it's only a short-term setback, others are concerned that there may be a more significant cause. This is one of those times when the market seems erratic and emotions are flying high. There is more to this than simply Shiba Inu, however, so let's stand back and consider the whole picture. Bitcoin, it turns out, is doing the exact same thing. It abruptly dropped down to 99,000 after reaching 105,000. That's a rather big decline, and it seems natural that Shiba Inu and other altcoins are responding similarly, since Bitcoin often sets the tone for the whole cryptocurrency market. This issue isn't exclusive to Shiba Inu. It's a component of a wider pattern. And why? It seems that Donald Trump's recent tariff declaration is mostly to blame. The White House announced that fresh taxes on imports from China, Mexico, and Canada will go into effect today, just as the markets were beginning to calm down. That information was shocking. During Friday afternoon business in New York, U.S. market indexes, which had been in the green earlier, turned red. The Trump administration is imposing a 10% tax on imports from China and a 25% tariff on products from Canada and Mexico. This is a direct response to these countries allegedly enabling illegal things to flow into the U.S., said White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Suddenly, fear swept across the markets. Stocks fell. Crypto came next. Bitcoin fell from 105,000 to 99,000, a 3% decline. The whole cryptocurrency community is affected when Bitcoin falters. Pressure to sell took control as investors scrambled to lock up gains. Shiba Inu, like everything else, get caught in the storm. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. The Fed's decision to retain Bitcoin reserves seems to be being challenged. Furthermore, there is now a genuine chance that it may be postponed. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago's president, Austin Goolsbee, said unequivocally that the Fed is legally constrained in what it may include on its balance sheet. That's significant since Chair Jerome Powell had previously said that they are not allowed to own Bitcoin according to the Federal Reserve Act. And they're not very eager to amend that statute. Powell's position on Bitcoin has been inconsistent. He rejected it in 2021, saying it was too erratic to be a true store of wealth. However, he referred to it as a digital gold last month, which is precisely what proponents of Bitcoin have been saying for years. The likelihood that an official Bitcoin reserve would be established by the end of April has already fallen to barely 16%, notwithstanding the changing sentiments. Although the time frame is uncertain, it is still anticipated to occur this year. In the meanwhile, some states are attempting to establish their own local Bitcoin reserves, including Florida, Ohio, and Texas. However, it's too soon to predict their level of success. Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming, who first suggested that the U.S. Treasury purchase Bitcoin, is also not giving up. As the leader of a new Senate subcommittee on digital assets, she is making it her top focus. What does this all imply for Shiba Inu, then? It becomes more difficult for cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu if Bitcoin is unable to get institutional acceptance. Prices become erratic, large investors hesitate, and ordinary traders worry. Everything is now unclear, and the market will continue to ride this wave of uncertainty and conjecture until additional information becomes available. Wait a minute, however, because there is hope. Some experts threw a bombshell of optimism just when it seemed that nothing was definite. According to them, Bitcoin is really on pace to reach $1 million in the near future, so whatever is going on today doesn't really matter in the big picture. Yes, you heard correctly. Everything is explained in a recently released study by Dr. Murray Rudd and Dennis Porter of the Satoshi Action Fund. According to their analysis, Bitcoin may reach $1 million by January 2027, and if it takes off, it might reach even greater levels by 2030. Things amazing how they describe things. The constant elasticity of substitution, or CES, demand function, which is just a fancy way of stating that they evaluated how demand may fluctuate depending on price movements and other variables, is what they use to examine Bitcoin's stable supply and expanding demand. They developed many scenarios by using this model to analyze the supply curve of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still predicted to reach $1 million by the fall of 2028 under the more cautious scenario, in which demand remains at levels seen in December 2024. However, things go much more quickly in the bullish situation. The goal advances to January 2027 as business use soars and U.S. governments may create Bitcoin reserves. And this isn't only conjecture. In some U.S. states, the Satoshi Action Fund has been aggressively advocating for Bitcoin reserves. It's also effective. At least 11 states have already shown interest in it, and more are anticipated to follow. The demand for Bitcoin will skyrocket, and the price will follow if governments and other organizations really begin stockpiling it. This is where the fun begins. Consider what would happen to Shiba Inu if Bitcoin really reaches those figures. The whole crypto market will reach previously unheard of heights if Bitcoin hits $1 million. The greatest surprise of all could be in store for Shiba Inu. When does it occur? To put it mildly, many individuals may come to regret selling too quickly. Speaking of surprises, an intriguing breakdown has been making the rounds online. Many Shiba Inu owners are astonished by this one, the query. For a little $1,000 investment to become a cool million, how much must Shiba Inu grow? Analysts say Shiba Inu is a strong candidate for significant price increases this cycle. It has already produced Millionaires, and some people think it may do so once more. But let's be honest now. There hasn't been much movement in prices. Since hitting a low point lately, it has increased by around 10%. Investors are still waiting for the next major move since it hasn't completely broken into the new price range. Let's dissect this then. At the current price of Shiba Inu, a $1,000 investment would yield more than 52 million tokens. Shiba Inu would have to subtract 2 zeros from its price in order for it to equal $100,000. To reach a $500,000, it must now increase by 50,000%. And Shiba Inu would have to go completely crazy, soaring by about 100,000% from its current level in order to reach the fabled $1 million milestone. Can it truly happen? That is the key question. Here's the problem, however. Shiba Inu have previously performed wild rallies. It grew from almost nothing in 2020 and 2021 to become one of the most well-known brands in cryptocurrency. However, the game has evolved. Since Shiba Inu has grown to be an $11 billion endeavor, much more money is needed to make a difference. Its market capitalization would have to compete with some of the largest corporations globally if it ever achieved those outrageous price ambitions. Still, some people think it's feasible. Even Satoshi Kozama, the chief developer of Shiba Inu, has alluded to the possibility of a $1 trillion future. According to some commentators, it could take until 2040, but if Shiba Inu succeeds, it will be one of the greatest cryptocurrency success stories ever. Everyone's eyes are on the market for the time being. Who knows if Shiba Inu continues to change in tandem with its environment and Bitcoin takes the lead. Everyone could be surprised by the next bull run. Speaking of ideal timing, some more exciting news has just surfaced. The government of Donald Trump just repurchased an enormous $9 million worth of Ethereum. Why, therefore, is this so significant for Shiba Inu? You are aware that Shiba Inu is based on the Ethereum blockchain, assuming you have been paying attention. Shiba Inu is thus almost certain to follow any spike in Ethereum's popularity or value at the same time. It seems that something significant for Ethereum may be on the horizon given this enormous buy-up. The Trump administration's action shows confidence, and Shiba Inu may enjoy significant profits if Ethereum's price and utilities begin to rise. After all, the whole ecosystem, including all of the initiatives like Shiba Inu that are built on top of Ethereum, benefits when it performs well. Therefore, it becomes clear why the price could be having trouble at the moment when you take a closer look at the wider picture. However, Shiba Inu's future still seems bright. The project has a strong community that never stops pushing for more, a staff of dedicated developers, and incredible functionality. There are undoubtedly fresh prospects ahead, and Shiba Inu is set to make a comeback with all that has been going on in this industry. There are always chances in cryptocurrency, but you have to know where to concentrate, as Lucy, a well-known Shiba Inu community member, said in a recent tweet. Although it wasn't always easy, she said that keeping Shiba Inu earned her the most cash she had ever made, no questions asked. She attempted taking on other ventures in 2022, but ended up getting rough and losing a lot of money. Although it was a difficult lesson, she learned how to identify genuine possibilities. Lucy discovered that although not every initiative will result in financial gain, every experience may teach you something. When she says she believes Shiba Inu and the team behind it, it's a sense that many people in the community share. She realized after going through the ups and downs that Shiba Inu was her reliable bet. Here we are at this moment. The Shiba Inu ecosystem is still robust, and fresh chances will undoubtedly arise even if the price is now taking a break. When the time is perfect, Shiba Inu will achieve greater things thanks to a community that is committed to the long term and a development staff that is always working behind the scenes. However, what do you think of this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.